R&R gets you ready for tonight's game. The Shootaround.
It's R&R in the morning. Welcome aboard. We made it to Friday. Spurs get a home game tonight. Taking on the Chicago Bulls. Our Spurs insider, Carolina Teague, joins us. C. Teague, K. Pasa. How are you this morning?
K. Pasa Mufasa.
What's up, CT?
Good morning. Good morning, guys. I'm really excited for today. Today, I'm a kid in the candy store. It's one of my favorite matchups of the year. Bulls, my favorite team in the Eastern Conference, and the Spurs, my favorite team in the Western Conference. So the best of both worlds for me today.
We'll forgive you for that.
What? There's nothing wrong with that.
No, there's nothing wrong with being a Bulls fan because you didn't stop being a Bulls fan in 2001.
When Mike left.
Yeah, I mean, you held on to it, and it's been tough. So I'll give you credit for that, like being a Bears fan. If you're a Bears fan, respect, because it sucks being a Bear fan.
It does. She is a Bears fan.
My life sucks.
Well, I'm a Cowboy fan. I'm right there with you.
Can I say something really quick about
Sure.
this? It's like your ex, you have that first love of your life, right? And I feel like the first love of my life was the Bulls. And then as I've gotten older, I have a new love. And my new love, they treat me good too, the Spurs. But, you know, it's like my ex-boyfriend is about to meet up with my new man at the club and they're about to fight. So I'm excited about it.
So you're excited about your... You see, this is wrong. This is wrong with y'all.
Never spoken.
At least you kept it real.
Yes, she kept it real. She's the kind that goes and gets a drink. I'm not going to drink. I'm going to watch this. All right, so DeMar's in town tonight.
Yes.
Are we playing him a video? Does he deserve, should he get a tribute video the likes that Patty Mills got? Or
she loves everybody. She gonna say yes. She ain't never said anything negative about anybody. Yeah, but of course we should. He's DeMar. He had such a good time with us. Go ahead.
Okay.
I'll let you say it.
I need everybody who's listening right now. I need Rob, Rudy J, Pleasure. I need you guys to put your hands in the air like this. Okay.
I got it up.
In the air like this. Raise your right hand up. Okay. Now look at your hands. How many fingers is that?
Five.
DeMar DeRozan's a 5-time All-Star, and he's starting this year. That's my whole point of that. Averages 26.4 points.
Did I just do that? I can't believe I actually
you got
did
me to do that. I can't believe I actually got it up there. All right, with the Bulls, we saw what we did against Memphis, and it was a worthy effort.
It was a good game, Rob.
It was a worthy effort.
Right.
But the Bulls are a different story.
The Bulls are good, but they don't have Zoe.
Anybody.
They don't have Zoe. Levine's back, but they don't have Zoe. Zoe and Caruso are their best defenders, and they're both gone.
And that's true. I mean, even coach said that losing Alex Caruso was one of their biggest defensive pieces, and they're going to struggle with defense, so they're going to have to play way more aggressive and way more gritty if they want to come out with wins, and they're trying to figure out how to do that at the moment. I mean, that was a big loss, and I thought honestly that was like one of those Zaza Pachulia moments. I'm still kind of sad and hurt about how Alex Caruso went out. It was messed up. It was a flagrant 2, and I think he did that on purpose because
Grayson Allen is a clean player. That was a mistake.
Stop it, Rob.
I don't know. No, great. You sound like a Milwaukee Bucks.
Oh, he's dirty. He's been dirty since he was in high school. That's a dirty basketball player.
He's bare feet at Nyosa dirty.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the thing is, the Milwaukee Bucks, they're enabling Grayson. Yeah, he's a Susia for sure. Definitely a Siesta Susia for sure. He is. He's one of the ones that stay past the Oyster Bake's closing time. That's
gathering cups. Moving on.
Let's talk about these Spurs.
Know yourself.
I was running through the 6 with my
Spurs come in tonight. They're relatively healthy. We can expect the double D's starting, as always. DeJounte and Derek. We'll see Devin Vassell continuing that starting run. Keldon Johnson and Jakob Poeltl will round it out. No Dougie McDermott's on the planned start.
What happened?
Well, we're getting Vassell, who's getting that role now.
But see, I like Vassell's energy off the bench.
I don't know where to put him. I'm just glad I'm seeing him.
I think, again, and if you can get if you can grab them by their ears and let these youngsters know, like, the 6 man is so important. Why are you running? It was the six man. You know what I mean? Like grab me by your ears and be like, "Hey, man, the six man is important. Devin, I need you off the bench." I like Dougie to start the game because it opens things up and it opens up some lanes and things that Vassell, while he can shoot, he's not Dougie. You don't feel responsible to Dougie like you don't feel responsible to Vassell like you do to Dougie. So it is what it is. But how you see that? What do you see from your Spurs, Carolina?
From my Spurs, my new boyfriend, the Spurs. Okay, so what I see from the Spurs is I think the keys to the victory for them, they're going to have to limit the three-point attempts by Zach LaVine, namely Zach LaVine, because after Zach LaVine, they take a dip in three-point shooting with Nikola Vucevic. He's been inconsistent. So I think being able to guard them at the perimeter is going to be a big key for them to win tonight. They need to have consistent rebounding throughout the game. Their game against the Grizzlies, Greg Popovich said rebounding was a huge issue. And the Bulls out-rebounded the Raptors in their last game, 45 rebounds to 34. So I think rebounds are going to be huge for tonight. They also need to minimize errors in the fourth quarter and just playing with more discipline. They tied the game up against the Grizzlies at 106, about 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. And then you see they had two turnovers that were really costly right afterwards. And then that kind of set the tone with how the rest of the game was going to go. So eliminating turnovers, being great at rebounding tonight, and that's what I think is going to be the keys for them to be successful.
Great stuff. Good stuff.
Know your enemy.
As Carolina told us, the Bulls are arriving shorthanded. Although I like this lineup, even though they're shorthanded. Kobe White stepping in for Caruso, Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, Javonte Green, and Nikola Vucevic. And I'll tell you, Vucevic does not get the credit he deserves.
He's a baller, Rob.
But what he does is what I would like to see Zach Collins do for the Spurs. Because he steps out, and when he does that, the reason those three guards play so well together is they get more court to play with because that lane is wide open.
Amen.
And when the Spurs, if we decide to go this route with three attacking guard forward types, we need Zach Collins just like the Bulls use Vucevic.
Well, and I agree with you. I think that is it Vucevic or Vucevic? I call him
Vucevic.
It's
like,
Vucevic.
Vucevic.
V
Okay, so
as a vegan. Vucevic.
Vucevic. I'm like Vucevic. I've been saying that for about a year now. And that probably sounds really crazy, but whatever. And I think that those are the good points that you brought out now, but I think that he does need to be guarded pretty well because, like I said, his shooting is inconsistent, especially in the past games when they lost Alex Caruso. He had to step in and be that person for them. So that's what my thoughts about him.
Whoa.
There we go. We got buttons.
Inside the training room.
I hurt myself today.
I think it's only the Bulls are missing people, right?
Keita's in the protocols, last we heard. That's really the only thing that we're dealing with, and we could probably use that defensive presence that Keita Bates has offered. Let's not kid ourselves. This is not going to be easy.
No, it's a tough game. Even without Zoe and Caruso, there's going to be a tough task for the Spurs tonight.
But attainable.
Yes.
They're missing pieces that make that offense flow. And this is a good opportunity for the Spurs to round into, and I think this is starting to feel pretty permanent with Devin Vassell playing at forward. It's feeling permanent. This is a couple games in a row now.
He's my favorite Spur.
So if we can get that and we get the presence from...
It is your favorite Spur, Rudy J. You bring him up every shoot around.
I know you. I don't know about the tone. What the tone that sounded a little like did you take issue with that? I mean, I know you and Keldon are tight, and I know you started the campaign for DeJounte, and I love both of those guys as well. But I mean, Vassell is the man.
We will be out. They will be without Derek Jones Jr. If you don't know who Derek Jones is, the dude can jump and land on top of the backboard. He has got springs for legs.
He can fly.
They're not going to have him today. This isn't going to be easy, but this has the look and feel of a game that the Spurs have circled.
Yeah, go ahead, girl.
Yeah, the Vegas odds are 2 points. That's it.
That's it?
See, Vegas sees something too.
That's it.
That
is it. Vegas sees something too. So that's the part that freaks me out because I never see I hardly ever see Vegas give them 2 points.
Well, the Spurs are at home.
So that's 3 points in football.
The Spurs are at home and they're missing, and the Bulls are without three key pieces.
So this is a pick 'em.
I'm used to seeing like 3.5, even if there is injuries. So me seeing 2 points, I'm like, okay, this is a win. First of all, I'm kind of being a little bit greedy. I want them to go to overtime tonight. I do want to say that. especially because this is my ex-boyfriend beating up my new boyfriend or whatever.
Either
vice
way.
versa. I don't know who's
never.
gonna win. Either way,
I don't fight
It'll be
over
fun to
females.
watch.
I don't fight over females. I
But-
make you choose. And if you choose him, then hey, I'll tip my cap to that brother.
Yeah.
But I'm not fighting for you.
If you had to fight for me, if I had to fight for you,
Sorry.
but
No.
if but it happens. Sometimes the emotions
No, it
get the
happens.
best of people. You don't plan on it.
I think some.
nobody plans on.
I think some do. I think
No,
there's some well-made plans.
My brother-in-law will run down on you if he mess with his lady. So it happens. My brother-in-law is
It happens.
crazy.
Sancha, it's all the same.
My brother-in-law is crazy. He's
Yeah.
running up on you for sure.
She's Carolina Teague. She is our Spurs insider. Enjoy the game tonight. We'll talk to you next week as the Spurs continue. Let's see if they can knock one out on an East defender, an East team with DeMar DeRozan in town. Thanks for stopping
Have
by,
fun
Carolina.
at the game.
Bye. I'll be there. See you guys later. Have a great weekend.
You too.